Yeah, how's it going? Today is 2nd of March, and we're taking a look at Saturday. And let's take a look at some of the press releases, what I managed to find, or what have government published. Let's take a look at the first one. Pretty something that was published on 26th of February. Let's take a look at local leaders to receive 4.7 billion to transform transport across North and Midlands, right? uh, I'm not sure what happened with trains, right? What connectivity? Let's take a look at connectivity, and we're gonna be taking a look at perhaps connectivity up to ports and or airports. Perhaps if they would improve that connectivity, they could bring more capital, and that would perhaps would be sound investment, investing in some of the projects, right? Not transport projects. So that would be a good investment. Would be for every pound it might yield another 8. Hopefully, otherwise it might be I don't know bike lanes or something. Let's take a look at. Okay. So most likely this article is a waste of time. So let's skip all this information, right? Let's progress. I think they are wasting everyone's time. Let's take a look at some of the information and if we can find anything, right? 4.7 billion in real located HST funding investment directly into the North and Midlands throughout the local transport fund to improve local connections, right? For people who might be interested, there was similar projects completed in different parts of Europe, Japan, China, and to price these projects, you can take a look at how much people or taxpayers have paid for every mile or for every kilometer, and you can compare prices based on how much taxpayers in UK have paid for every mile or kilometer. You can compare those prices and you can see who have overpaid a lot and who perhaps knows what they're doing. Local leaders in smaller cities, towns, and rural areas empowered for the first time to invest in transport upgrades that matter the most in the communities. Okay, so perhaps ports, airports, connectivity, right, and all bring you more business, right? Perhaps that will be a sound investment. Let's progress. Comes alongside 8.3 billion to surface roads across the country, 1 billion to improve bus services in North and or Midlands, and 200 million to extend the £2 bus fare cap across England, all from the relocated of HSG funding. I don't know. At least they're doing something, right? Uh, so subsidies, government is offering a lot of subsidies when it comes to bus services and all that good things, right? In case people would need to travel to libraries to read more books or something, which is so important, right? Comes as a prime minister host cabinet meeting in Yorkshire and the Humber. Let's try to understand it, and there might be something, right? I have very low expectations for this article, but let's do it. Millions of people in the North and or Midlands will benefit from a better public transport, reduced congestions, and upgraded local buses and train stations thanks to the new 4.7 billion. So that's why they're looking to improve. Would that be considered infrastructure, bus stations and train stations, right? I'm not entirely sure, right? But perhaps we can pull out some of the train stations, right? I was taking a look at Bristol. That would be Temple Meads, and we are looking to launch 10 projects or tech companies and connectivity. Glasgow, we're looking to launch some projects in airport. Perhaps there might be some projects coming out of 4.7 billion investment that might be just subsidizing 5 companies, if you would ask me. By the way, I have a review strategy, right, for trains. This has nothing about reducing cost. And trains, I think within the strategy we should consider doing that, but I don't know, it wouldn't matter for this, right? Prime Minister, okay, so okay, let's keep all that. This is investment on via the part of himself, I don't. This person, I don't know if he's doing anything. I think there's a lot of people who are doing a lot of things, right? This investment on part of Network North will deliver an long-term funding uplift across the North and North Midlands over several years. This is the first transport budget of its kind. Again, it doesn't matter nothing. It's information. There's a lot of noise. Again, let's skip all this noise. It's a waste of everyone's time. They would say this, that, this is nothing. There's no meaning. There's nothing behind these words. There's other than perhaps a lot of noise. This is not what we're looking for. What would be important is bringing more economy, what projects, okay, what's the name of those projects, who are the companies working on those. That's important information. How we can chart those companies, can we help those companies to achieve, what's the overall strategy, okay, what the numbers are. Okay, so this is investment. Out of this investment, how much money we be able to generate as a group of individuals, with those investments going into those parts. Okay, how that would be recouped back into economy. This is important information. Other than that, it's a waste of everyone's time. For example, right, to put things into perspective, the train stations, right, they would extend train stations. By extending train stations, they might create new opportunities for business to come in and perhaps sell products. And by selling products within train stations, those business would pay tax, right? And they would recoup back investment made within period of 10 years. Easy. That's it. So that would be sound investment. Okay. I haven't read this article, by the way, but the way how it's been written, right? I wish, right? Then these articles have been written, I could see the person who have written down these articles, right? What's the background of this person? If it's accountant, it's legal, it's marketing. So I would know if it's worth the read. Otherwise, it's a waste of everyone's time, as well as people should be taking more responsibilities for some of the work that they're doing and putting out work up there, right? Which might be a waste of every reader's time. Over 7 years, as a Walvis fund will be on average at least 9 times more than these local authorities currently receive throughout the local integration transport block. Again, it doesn't matter. This information, again, it's increasing. Perhaps a lot of money is losing its value, right? Money is losing its value, and the increasing funding. So again, it doesn't matter. So if that should be sound investment, right? So many people who understand finance are perhaps within London, right? Advisors, right? So those advisors, they understand how funds should work, right? So how they gonna bring back economy and all with taxes, what's gonna be happening, how many handshaking are we doing about in this project, right? So why they would be investing so much if it's not sound investment? Based on my limited research, right? So if everyone would sell their cars and begin driving with trains, right? So we're gonna increase train fare and return money based on this investment made on the train tickets, right? Perhaps that might be a sound for some, right? I was taking a look at some of these plans and perhaps the way how they chosen a path of the train, right? It was chosen not in the best possible way because there was a lot of turns made. By doing those turns within the path, they had to reduce train speed. If they would pick straight lines, they could travel a lot faster. So overall, strategy and planning could be done better, by the way. Local transport fund will be made available from 2005 to give local authorities enough time to develop their funding plans and prepare to hit the ground running to ensure that it delivers as soon as possible. It comes as a prime minister is set to. Okay, again, that's a waste of time. So perhaps so the funds are made available. So now local authorities would need to propose the projects. How are they gonna looking to do that? Kinda interesting, but again, yesterday I have spoken to some people from local authorities, and we had this conversation already yesterday, and they have explained briefly about the process, right? It's a challenge within itself, but I mean, I get it, I guess, but it's a challenge within itself. Perhaps it's important numbers, everything was happening, right? I'm not giving enough credit for the work that was put into perhaps by a government and what we're looking to accomplish since a large proportion of population we're looking to cover with this plan. But there's no actual way of a business to engage with any of people or institutions outlined within this article. There's no way to engage, so it would be a waste of my time to carry on reading this article. Other than perhaps there would be a process, so I need to find right people. I have tried doing that previously with Level Up Fund within Birmingham. I can't find the right people who I should engage with and who would be respond. There was someone who responded to me 12 months later. Now the person is gone already, and I need to chase that person again. It might be the same case here. Let's progress to the next article. Thanks for watching. See you next one.